Have you ever wondered what would happen if the Earth itself started growing, expanding steadily beneath our feet, at the rate of 1 centimeter every second? That may sound small, but in just one day the Earth's radius would increase by 864 meters. Roads, bridges, satellites, even your own body weight would all be affected. Today, we're diving deep into this fascinating thought experiment. How long would it take for humans to notice? How would life change? And could Earth eventually become a black hole? When the Earth first began expanding, you'd feel a slight jolt as the ground pushed you upward. But since the movement is smooth at 1 centimeter per second, you wouldn't sense continuous acceleration. By the end of the first day, the Earth's radius would have grown nearly 1 kilometer larger. The circumference would expand by about 5.4 kilometers, a mere 0.01% increase. Your weight. If you started at 70 kilograms, you'd only weigh 70.01 kilogram. That's less than the daily fluctuation caused by water weight. Most structures wouldn't notice. Concrete already expands and contracts more than that every day. But technology would. GPS satellites, which rely on ultra-precise synchronization, would begin failing within hours. Even pendulum clocks would drift ahead by a few seconds after just one day. After a month, the Earth's radius would have grown by 26 kilometers, about 0.4% bigger. Gravity too would rise by 0.4%, not enough for humans to notice. Your weight would still look normal on a scale, since daily variations mask such small changes. But cracks would begin showing. Long concrete structures like highways, pipelines, and old bridges would start breaking apart. Buildings would mostly hold, though those anchored deeply into bedrock might begin to warp. Now things get serious. The Earth's radius has expanded by 315 kilometers. Gravity is 5% stronger. A 70 kilograms person now weighs 73.5 kilogram. At this point, infrastructure is failing fast. Roads, bridges, satellites, and undersea cables are breaking apart. Your pendulum clock. It's now running 5 days fast. Skyscrapers would surprisingly remain intact. Gravity doesn't destroy them directly. But the expanding ground beneath their foundations would cause huge problems. 5 years into expansion, Earth has grown 1,600 kilometers in radius. Gravity is now 25% stronger. That 70 kilograms person weighs 88 kilogram. Most of our infrastructure has collapsed, not because of weight but because the ground itself has stretched apart. Cities would be fractured landscapes of broken roads, collapsed bridges, and twisted power lines. Still, humans could adapt for a while. Food production, however, would start to fail as farmland cracked and irrigation systems broke. At the 10-year mark, gravity is 50% stronger. Breathing would remain possible only if the atmosphere expands with Earth. Otherwise, the air would thin dramatically. If the atmosphere does expand, we'd experience thicker air and higher pressure, but survival would still be possible for now. But long term, humanity's future looks grim. Fast forward 40 years, Earth's surface gravity has tripled. Even the strongest athletes would struggle to walk. Crops and trees collapse under their own weight. Breathing heavy, oxygen-rich air becomes extremely difficult. Human survival outside of controlled environments would no longer be possible. After a century, gravity reaches 6 times stronger than today. Human hearts couldn't pump blood to the brain. only small insects and some sea creatures could still move. Oxygen itself becomes toxic at these pressures. Humans could only survive in specially designed pressure chambers, tended by robotic systems. If Earth kept expanding for centuries, the increasing mass would overwhelm atomic bonds. The planet would eventually collapse inward, first becoming a white dwarf-like object, then, after about 1,500 years, a black hole. But before that, something incredible would happen. As Earth grew, the Moon would spiral inward. Eventually, tidal forces would tear it apart when it crosses the Roche limit. For a brief cosmic moment, Earth would wear shimmering rings like Saturn. Sadly, by that point, humanity would be long gone. So, if the Earth expanded 1 centimeter per second, we'd barely notice in the first days, but over decades, life would collapse under stronger gravity and fractured infrastructure. Within centuries, our planet would face its ultimate transformation. What do you think? Would humans find a way to survive, or is this the ultimate doomsday scenario? Right finger, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more mind-bending, what-if explorations.